delightful.
Yes,
Yeah, this is a special show. Now this is Laughter Talks, everybody, and this is Sam Wagoner, and she's the associate producer for Laughter
my
Talks. And she's been asking a lot of questions because recently I've completed my second cataract surgery. And because I have so many baby boomer friends out there in the world, Sam said, why don't you do a show and tell us about it? So, what I'm going to do is I am going to do the unveil first. I'm going to take off the sunglasses, and Sam is going to just interview me. So, I should have a drum roll. Okay. So, here I am. Now, as you
uh,
can see, I don't have my usual heavy eye makeup on because this eye, the left eye was done just 2 weeks ago. On Friday, it'll be 2 weeks. And they do suggest that you don't wear
uh,
that kind of eye makeup. So that'll be a little
um,
longer. But so Sam, I'm gonna throw the ball in your court and just say,
okay.
hi, what do you want to know?
Well, this is wonderful. It's really an excellent opportunity to find out about something that everybody, practically everybody, gets involved with,
Yeah,
and it's a medical issue.
yeah.
Um, well, the first question I have is, when did you realize that you had cataracts?
Oh boy, this is really going to be hard to believe for a lot of people, but the I only found it out in May of this year, 2021, because it was time for me to renew my driver's license, and so I did it actually in April. It wasn't May, it was April because I did it ahead of time, and I was trying to practice online because you can go online and you can pull up the driver's test and the
Yeah,
visions test. And when I
yeah,
pulled up the vision test, it's like it wasn't working. I couldn't see anything. And I'm going, what's wrong? I mean, it's like, and so I went to take the test at motor vehicle. I'm figuring, oh, maybe it's my computer, it's not me. And so when I went to take my test, seriously, I knew I was in trouble because
mm,
first I had to stand back from the eye chart and I could hardly read it. And then there's this thing, I don't know if you ever did it. They put
yeah,
you in yeah, everybody knows that they do that. They put you in that thing. And I almost didn't pass. I brought my whole bag of glasses with me because I had the readers and all different sizes. And I had just gotten new glasses before that. And she's the one who told me that I had cataracts too. So it was like, oh boy. So I've passed by the grace of God because I could see all right to drive during the day, but reading street signs and everything, I would get lost a lot. And I said,
yeah.
I'm not that kind of old person. My facilities are all perfect. So I was getting lost a lot. And then I went immediately to an eye doctor that a friend recommended. And I found out I was in trouble. So that's how it happened.
Wow. So, was it a scary process?
I would be lying if I said it wasn't scary at all.
Um,
Because I don't think any of us is happy when we find out we need some kind of surgery, especially on the eyes. It's always like I have this natural aversion thinking about, you see those movies and everything where they're going to go in your eyes and everything.
ooh,
But
I can put drops in my eyes.
yeah, it's hard. And I just did it before we started because I have to put it's the left eye that I had done, and you have to use special eye drops for 1 month. But anyway, about the scary process. So I did speak to a friend that I knew had surgery, and he has only one good eye, and I wanted to know, where did you go? So I took his recommendation, and I went into prayer and I went into my spiritual core, and I was working on that the whole time because I know that God carries us through everything, seriously. So I just went there and kept myself calm, because for me that was the best thing to do, is to just, you have to stay calm. So
Yeah,
because I
very
got
good.
a, yeah, I got a recommendation, and when I went, you talk about scary. When I went for the test, the doctor said to me, Marguerite, your cataracts are brown and hard. you should have had this done last year. So that's why I was glad you suggested doing this, because people have to understand that the only alternative, if you have cataracts and they start to get bad, the only alternative, if not surgery, you will eventually go blind. You can't see anything. Because as soon as I found out what I had and went into that awareness situation and knew what I had to do, that's where I had to really start calming down, because I knew it had to be done. Because when I was reading, even online, there was like this circle in my eye. Like, say you had a pair of glasses and they had a dirty spot on them, and you know how you go to read something and the spot interferes with your reading and you clean it?
All the
Well,
time.
that was my eye. I couldn't clean it. So I couldn't read properly. And then I said, let me read a book while I'm waiting for this. I could not read a book because the vision had gotten so bad that I could not read a book. So that was, that was pretty scary stuff. And again, you have to get through that, which I did.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did. I mean, so what facility was it that you went to?
I went to the Valley Eye Center. It's in Van
Oh,
Nuys,
okay.
and they have different doctors there. So I would suggest, if anyone has this situation, don't be afraid to get it done, because the alternative is going to be worse. Because after
Mm.
this was done, I happened to go to the grocery store and I saw an older guy there, and he actually had a magnifying glass, and he was holding this magnifying glass to a product like this. So that
Oh,
he must have had cataract. And when they get real bad, what happens is your whole eye just develops a coating over it. So
mm,
you have to be really careful. So I had the surgeries done separately.
yeah.
Um, uh, and the first one was the right eye, which at that time was the worst one.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was done um, in October on the 14th, I think. And the
Uh-huh.
second one was done November 11th. So there was almost a month in between. So this one, the other one healed up, but you have to use eye drops and follow the
Uh-huh.
directions, and you can't even get water in your eyes because there's chlorine in the water. So when you can take a shower, but you have to do it a certain way so the water doesn't go in your eyes. That's
Does
very,
it help to wear goggles?
I actually put these on sometimes, but then I wanted to wash my hair. So what I did, Sam, like when you ever have it done, when I wanted to, I reversed. You know how you usually go in the shower and you're facing the shower? Well, if you want to bathe when you're doing this, just turn around. You put your back to
Um,
the shower head when you bathe.
yeah.
And then
Um,
when you do, I keep a towel right outside the shower. So I'll put my head back and wash it. And if any, how you feel it coming on your forehead, I grab
yeah.
the towel and wipe it so it doesn't go down. So it can be done. And
Wow.
yeah, for the other one, I even sat down. I took a lawn chair and put it in the bathtub,
Um,
and I
uh,
took like a that kind of bath in the tub. So there's all different ways to work around things. So
yeah.
and the surgery doesn't take long. And I thought, well, because mine are hard and brown, I'm going to be in there for hours. But the first time I was in there for 16 minutes, and the second surgery took 15 minutes. And
Wow.
yeah,
Pretty
and
quick.
yeah, so it's not, so if you don't, and mine were, but he was a very experienced doctor, but mine were hard and brown. So if you go there sooner, you'd probably get it done in 10 minutes or, 8 minutes or something.
Yeah. If you can arrange an appointment and a referral, which is,
Yeah.
I'm finding out it's really difficult this time of year anyway.
I gave you the name of mine, right? And the number?
Yeah,
Did
but
you?
it has to be through my insurance.
Oh, so that's right. You're working on your insurance. Now mine, so everybody knows, I have the Medicare A and B, and so this was paid for completely by Medicare A and
Mm,
B.
yeah,
And I also have a secondary insurance that I'm
yeah.
because through the VA, because my husband was 100% disabled veteran. So anything that A and B doesn't pick up, like glasses, for instance. I'll get glasses
Right.
because I do need reading glasses now. I can see. Oh my God! Let me tell you the good part. I can see colors. I found out this was so bad. I was seeing blue as black. I had tape by my door that I put down for a trim, and I would have argued with you. I thought it was black. It's blue. So when I came home, even with the first eye, I was sitting in bed and I looked across the room and I said, "What's that?" And I started the colors. I've got beautiful curtains and I had a scarf there. I wasn't seeing the beauty. So when you get this done, your whole world opens up. It had gotten so bad that I had a yellow tint over my eyes. I wasn't seeing the full sunshine. And to let everybody know how bad this can get, I kept wondering, how come they make bulbs all yellow now? It's like I kept putting bulbs in, even when I do these shows. I kept screwing bulbs in. I'm going, why are they making these bulbs a yellow tint? They're not very bright. That's how bad it was. After the first surgery, Sam, I came home and after I put my studio lights on after a few days, I jumped back in shock. This room is so bright and all the bulbs are white. They're not yellow.
So, was there any medication before or after the procedure?
Well, if you have high blood pressure, which mine was, for me, 140 was high. And so I went into my regular doctor. You have to go for a pre-physical. So when I went to my regular doctor, I was nervous because of all this, and my blood pressure did go up a little higher. And she said, "Marguerite, if you have high blood pressure, they won't do eye surgery on you." So I did have to temporarily take to lower my blood pressure. And I didn't like using it because you can't use your regular medications. And I don't do medications, I do supplements. But a lot of the supplements I do and everything are berries and things like that. So they thin your blood. And anything that thins your blood, you can't take. So a week before surgery, I couldn't take any of my supplements.
Right.
And I had to take that eye thin. And I didn't. So, but my doctor said, as soon as you're done, you can get off and go back on your regular stuff, which I did. So in preparation, you have to make sure your blood pressure is under control. And the doctor will tell you to go off all your supplements until, the only thing I did not go off of was my digestive enzymes and my probiotics. And those I didn't go off because that has nothing to do with, that's for, digestion and absorption. And I needed to continue that.
Okay.
So, it's definitely a process.
Yeah. Was there any pain, soreness, or dryness after that?
Well, I didn't experience any pain, and there was nothing unusual after the first one, but the second one, I don't know if I moved or something, but it was like there was a little thing right in the corner of the eye that was sore, almost like a cut or a little thing, but it was just, I just continued the process. It didn't hurt. It was just like I knew something was different, that it wasn't with this eye, but every surgery is different. So I just kept doing what I was supposed to. But what's really strange when you and there is a little dryness sometimes, so you have to take your regular drops, which are prescription, and then you can get pure eye drops that you can use intermediately.
Yeah.
For if you want to put it in, like the fresh eyes or that. So
right. Yeah. I'm so bad with drops, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get used to it.
You could get one of those cups, Sam. They have a cup, you just put it right over your eye and you put the eye drop in that little hole, and that makes it easy. Because there's no ifs, ands, or buts. When you get this done, you have to do it. I don't like eye drops either, but you get used to it because you keep thinking, I want to keep my sight.
I think I'm doing it though. So I mean, it's.
Yeah, because it's something about the eyes, it's just, we don't like having to do that. But when I went, before my second surgery, because they give you all kinds of stuff in your eye before you go into surgery, and I didn't know what they were doing. but I had to go to the bathroom before they took me in. And when I went into the bathroom, this eye was open. Like this eye was regular size. This eye was open like a saucer to twice its size. The way they dilate it, your whole eyeball opens up, and I look really bizarre.
Wow.
Yeah, that your eye has to be completely opened up when they do surgery on it. So,
Orange.
so go to the bathroom before they put that stuff in because it'll freak you out. I looked in the bathroom, I kind of jumped. I go, holy Toledo. But, yeah. So now I'm on the other process, and good news, I couldn't drive at night. And even during the day, I couldn't drive places I didn't know because I couldn't see stop signs. I was getting lost a lot. And now that's all changed. I can drive day or night without glasses on.
That
my
really
farsightedness, and I just need glasses like these I use. They're only like a 1 that I use for reading. And if it's real tiny print, then it's a 1.75. But I'm going for next Monday. I go for my final exam after this eye, and I'll get new glasses for reading. So I'll have a professional, I'll get a professional glasses for reading. But I'll probably still use these because I do want to get them with these cat eyes because I look better in glasses like this with the cat eye. So
well, there's all kinds of glasses out there. So
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. So that kind of I think I've covered everything.
If anybody has questions, would they be able to get a hold of you?
Actually, yes, because I always like to help people. If anyone has questions at any time for any of the shows and for this, what you can do is you can contact me through the laughtertalks.com contact page. So just go to laughtertalks.com. There's a contact page, and you can write to me, and make sure you include your email, and I'll answer any questions. Because if I had to give advice to anybody, I would say, don't be foolish. Make sure you get yearly eye exams, which obviously I was not. I was using readers, and I stopped getting bifocals, so I stopped going for regular checkups, and that's a mistake. That was very foolish. So I like to share what I did right, and I really have to share what I did wrong. So everybody, get your eyes checked every year. No kidding. Make sure you don't have cataracts or anything else going on, because it's pretty scary when you're looking at the world. And then when I came home, and you know how you shut and close each eye, when one eye was done and one eye wasn't, it was like, oh my God, you could see what you were looking through.
Wow.
I could hardly see out of the left eye once the right eye was fixed.
Wow. Well, this has been very interesting, and I want to thank you so much for sharing your information with us and your procedure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for the interview, and I hope this helps some people, and I hope it helps you too, and get your insurance all straightened out so you could get it done when you need to get it done.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. This is Laughter Talks. I can see you all so much better. And Sam Wagoner, thank you. And this is Marguerite Fair, and we'll see you again for the next show. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.